Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 4 of the recent presidential loser spinner battle round 4 prediction. Last time we lost Donald Trump, who actually went out as well in the prediction, like I predicted earlier. So we're going to see who goes out on this one. I got the candidates set up. We now have 9. One of these 9 is going to go home. We're going to see who it is. Let's begin. Who wins Alaska? Look at that, number 1. It's going to Walter Mondale, kicking us off. You will love to see that if you're Mondale. Let's go to Hawaii. Number 3, going to George H.W. Bush. Let's go to Washington. Number 4, Bob Dole. Oregon, 8 electoral votes. Number 6 is going to John Kerry. California is next. Someone's going to have a big cushion of electoral votes. Who's it going to be? Unbelievable. Look at that number 1. That's going to Walter Mondale. Holy smokes. We're going to jump into Nevada. Who's it going to be? Number 4. It's going right back to Bob Dole. Second state already. Let's go to Idaho now. Who's it going to be? Number 9. Look at that. Kamala Harris. 4 electoral votes for her. Now someone is getting into everything on the action here. Number 3. That one's going to Bush, as expected. So Bush looking pretty good. Let's go to Arizona. Someone has got to get in on this. Number 9. Look at that. Kamala Harris, already her second state. Takes in third place early. Let's go to the state of Montana. Number 5, Al Gore joins in. Who else is going to be part of this? Number 9 is going to Kamala Harris again. Look at that. Putting her at exact 18 with Bob Dole. Still early on. We got Colorado was next in line. And that one is going to Hillary Clinton. What about New Mexico? That one is going to Al Gore this time. Putting him at 9 electoral votes. So Mitt Romney and Michael Dukakis are the only ones that are not on the board yet. Can anyone get on the board? Look at that. Right on cue for Mitt Romney on North Dakota. Can Michael Dukakis do the same thing on South Dakota? We'll find out. Nice start from Mitt Romney. Going 2 in a row. What about Nebraska? Number 6. That's going to John Kerry. I haven't seen John Kerry in a little bit, but he does get a state. Number 4. That's going to Bob Dole. What about the 2nd district? Also going to Bob Dole. What about the 3rd district? Right on cue, look at that. Michael Dukakis gets his first electoral vote. Everybody now on the board. Let's go to Kansas, Bob Dole's home state. Can he win it? Nope. That's going to Al Gore. Almost for Dole. We're going now to Oklahoma. Number 1. Walter Mondale's pretty on fire on this prediction battle here, as he gets 64. But Texas is most important on this. Dukakis on the bottom. He's got plenty of time left. Can he get it? Can he at least get a 2? We'll find out if he gets a number 2 or not. Look at that. Going to Vice President Al Gore. Puts him at least 9 behind Walter Mondale. Gore having a sensational night. Let's go to Minnesota. Mondale didn't get his home state, but Bob Dole takes it. Puts him at 30 electoral votes. Who wants the state of Iowa? Number 1. Going back to Mondale. Pretty upset that he didn't get his home state, but he does get a little bit of revenge there. What about the state of Missouri? 10,000. Excuse me. The show me state, excuse me. But that one's going to Mitt Romney. What about Arkansas? Bill Clinton's home state. Hillary has a connection, and she does get it. Look at that. Hillary Clinton getting her husband's home state as well. What about Louisiana? Number 5, going to Al Gore. Excuse me. We're going to jump into Wisconsin. That's 10 electoral votes. 7, Mitt Romney. Romney's getting a little bit of momentum there as we get into the Great Lakes as we jump into Illinois. Right on there for Kamala Harris, who's a little bit slower tonight, but she does get 37 electoral votes. I haven't seen George H.W. Bush in a while. He's probably in danger of catching up here. But number 6, look at that, John Kerry. What about the state of Indiana? Going to Hillary. Number 8, Kentucky. That one is landing into the Mitt Romney column with that win there. So Romney does get 8 or more. What about Tennessee? Number 4 is going to Bob Dole. It's going to Mississippi. Number 9, Harris. She's starting to get her number to come up a lot here. What about Alabama? Bob Dole, another number 4, Bob Dole. Dole looking great to go on to the next round. But we got the state of Florida, and Michael Dukakis is still on the bottom, but George H.W. Bush is hoping for not a number 2. We're going to go to Florida. Who wants Florida? Look at that on cue for George H.W. Bush. Wow, the pressure really is building on Michael Dukakis, who only got 1 vote. Yeah, 1 vote. But that could change as we go to Georgia. Number 9, Harris. We're going now to the state of South Carolina. Number 2, right on cue for Michael Dukakis, gets his first state. Now he's at 10, but still behind John Kerry. So we're going to go to North Carolina. Look at that again. Dukakis. Now John Kerry on the bottom. What a move by Michael Dukakis. Can he get Ohio? Not quite. But that one's going to Kamala Harris. Now all of a sudden, Harris has now in first place all of a sudden. Let's go to West Virginia. Again, Michael Dukakis gets another electoral vote. Michael Dukakis was almost out of it, but that comeback was huge. But main and large goes to Al Gore. What about the 1st district? Number 3, Bush. What about the 2nd district? 8, Hillary Clinton. She's in danger as well. She's got to get something going. What about the state of New Hampshire? 3, Bush. What about Vermont? Number 4 is going to Bob Dole. Now we're going to jump into New York. 28 electoral votes. John Kerry on the bottom, followed by Hillary Clinton, and followed by Michael Dukakis. So we're going to jump into the state of New York, the Big Apple. Number 1, that's going to Walter Mondale. Dukakis really is going to need this state, and John Kerry. Both home states of both Kerrys. Number 5, that one is going to Al Gore. Connecticut. 4, going to Dole. We're going to now to Rhode Island. Who wants Rhode Island? Look at that, number 6. On cue for John Kerry. Puts him 1 ahead of Hillary Clinton. So now the pressure is building a little bit on Hillary. as we jumped into a row to New Jersey. Number 1, right back to Walter Mondale, who's having a sensational performance. Let's go to Joe Biden's home state of Delaware. Number 9, Kamala Harris. Now we're going to jump into state of Maryland. That one is going to Mitt Romney. He needed it, and he pushed into a little bit cherry on top of that. Number 8, look at that. That is going to Hillary Clinton. So now once again, John Kerry on the bottom again. Coming down, second to last is Michael Dukakis. The comeback might fall short for Dukakis. Kerry is hoping for a 6 on Pennsylvania. Dukakis hopes to at least get a 2 and prevent him from going out. We're going to see who will win. Look at that. Number 6 on cue for John Kerry. Putting Dukakis with pressure of going out unless Hillary goes out by Michael Dukakis. We don't know how this is going to happen. So we are going to find out who will win the state of Virginia. Let's spin it. Who is it going to be? Number 6. Oh, unbelievable. John Kerry gets the boost. And look at that. John Kerry has got to love that. To get both Pennsylvania and Virginia on cue. So the winner of this prediction of round 4, that's going to be Walter Mondale with 112. Excellent performance by him tonight. Second place, not bad, Kamala Harris, 79. Third place is Al Gore with 76. Fourth place will be Bob Dole. Fifth place, incredible, John Kerry. He was in second to last when we got to Pennsylvania, but that just changed at the last minute. In last place, unfortunately, is Michael Dukakis with 30. I thought he made the comeback, though. I don't blame Michael Dukakis for going out on this, but unbelievable. Hillary, by the skin of her teeth with that Washington, D.C. It barely kept her from being eliminated right there. Unbelievable. If it wasn't from Arkansas, she would have been done. But that barely saved her as well. Don't forget about that. If the 2nd district would have not gone to her, we would have had a spin-off, but that barely didn't happen either. So Hillary does move on, Dukakis doesn't. That is unfortunate if you're Michael Dukakis. At least he did put up some states, though, like South Carolina. He did get the Carolinas, West Virginia, and that Nebraska's 3rd district, but it wasn't enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe of what do you think of my prediction and who you think is going to go out this Saturday in the actual round 4 spinner battle. Let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one.